Welcome back to the show. Today I've got Greenlight Vintage Ad Cars Series 3, all 6 vehicles in that set, as well as the brand new Route Runners Series 1 from Greenlight. 5 of the 6 vans in that set, a combination of Ram Promasters and Ford Transits. We're going to take all of those out of the packages as well, and some bonus items also up for review today, including this Ford Mustang from Hot Pursuit Series 36, and these Shop Tool multi-packs. Greenlight's Vintage Ad Cars series is on fire, one of my personal favorites. This one has different artwork on each of the packaging, representing the actual sales flyers for the cars at the time, which include a variety of cars from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. The hot seller in the Vintage Ad Cars this time was the 1985 Chevrolet Silverado. This pickup truck has a nice clean paint job on it, awesome looking wheels and tires, and just great details all around. As you can see, the packaging also very cool. Original ads dating back to the same year as the vehicle. Now the ad is the same on the front and the back, but sometimes it's a little bit easier to read on the back. And for the length of this video, I won't have time to read each of the ads, but here are the 6 vehicles in the set. You're going to see them all here. Let's take one last look at these trucks side by side. Green Machine versus the regular. That leads us to the base of this vehicle. Of course, green on the Chase version and just a painted black version on the regular. The next vehicle we're looking at is the 1968 Chevrolet Nova SS. Chevy II Much. There's the original advertisement for it. Let's get it out of the package. Now this car does feature an opening hood, which is nice. It's one of Greenlight's older models, I guess. One of slightly older model. A couple years old now anyways. They've got a lot of new models coming out every year, which is fantastic. And it's a roller. The 82 Ford Mustang GT. Now I am opening these up in the order that I saw them sell out. And we can check out that packaging a little easier right outside of the plastic. The Boss is back. Same artwork on front and back, which is fine. Now just a great little model. It's got the T-roof, spoiler, and those iconic rear tail lights. This model does have an opening hood as well. One of Greenlight's newer models as well. They've put in some great details there. And the factory wheels. It's a roller. Next up is the 1973 AMC Matador. Test drive a Matador with 5 of your biggest friends, it says. Isn't that funny? I don't remember these cars being that large, but they probably were a fairly good size. I would think it'd be pretty tight in there with 5 large people, though. Great model from Greenlight. It's one that we've seen quite a few versions of, mostly with police and taxi livery on the sides. So very nice to get this all original, kind of as you would have seen on the streets of the 70s looking Matador with this handsome golden burnt orange, I would call it. Not really sure what exactly it is, but that's a nice piece. No opening parts on this, but what it lacks in opening parts, it makes up for in just sheer weight and nice details. 1975 Dodge Coronet. Here we go. Another casting that we've seen a lot of different paint jobs for from Greenlight. One of the go-to police models currently anyways. It does feature an opening hood. Sometimes that one can be a bit of a challenge for me to open on camera anyways. With such a fine fit and finish, that hood takes going off camera to open, but when you do, you have the awesome details that you expect and see under all of the models from Greenlight. And there, of course, is the advertisement, the complete fleet for all your law enforcement needs. That was considered a mid-size Dodge at the time. Very cool. Now we've got a sporty Dodge. This one is the 1970 Dodge Challenger RT Hemi Convertible. Classic Greenlight piece to match a classic car. There it is, our Plum Crazy Challenger RT. Wow. And looks just like the one in the picture too. Let's go back for a side by side on that. That is striking, isn't it? Well, they've got different wheels. Different wheels. But still looks awesome with those mag rims on it. I like it. And opening hood on this one too. So quite a value-packed series overall. Lots of vehicles with opening parts. Lots of good heavy vehicles that all roll really nice. That one really rolls well. On the front you have the series number, Series 1, Route Runners, background map sort of drawing. And really not too much on the back either. You've got the different vehicles in the set that are available. I've got 5 of the 6. There's really only Ford Transits and Ram Promasters at this time anyways. I'm sure Greenlight's going to add more vans over the years or months that they are making this series, depending on how popular it is. It seems to be quite popular, and rightfully so. If you own one of these vehicles, as many of them are in service on the roads today, lots of attention to detail put into these first 2 models. Let's go in for a closer look on this first one, which is a 2015 Ford Transit. And tire technology has changed, as I may have mentioned. Very soft, kind of a silicone-y type tire that doesn't seem to get misshapen as easily as the more rigid rubber tires of the past. Although it does appear that Greenlight is moving to a thinner, softer tire on many of the newer castings, and even improvising for older castings on making different widths of axles with spacers to accommodate the increased tire technology that they seem to be putting into their models, which is quite welcome. I'm sure we can all agree. So, quite a cool piece. No opening parts. I've swiveled this one around probably enough times. A van is a van, you might say. Boy, do they ever roll well, though. They really do. And, okay, the next one, probably the biggest hit, I'm sure, will be for many people, is this USPS version with the Ram Promaster. Let's get that one out of the package. And also my first opportunity to compare the Ram Promaster to the Ford Transit side by side in 1/64 scale, of course. They are pretty cool. You can see that the Ford is slightly taller than the Dodge Ram. Different options, I'm sure, but quite cool pieces. Let's go in for a closer look at this one. Boy, that's a nice one. Check out the details around the windows and on the mirrors. The mirrors are, they appear to be plastic, because otherwise it wouldn't flex if it was die cast. That would be very difficult to cast being die cast, so understandably assembled with screws. That's interesting. Most Greenlights are assembled with rivets. I've always had to drill out rivets to customize these. It appears that this is a new way of fastening the chassis for this Greenlight model. Was it the same on this version? It was. Interesting. Also nice to see the spare tire molded into the bottom of the base and the full tailpipe and muffler, drivetrain, all the rest of that stuff. These are front-wheel drive vehicles, I'm pretty sure. No, they're rear-wheel drive. Rear-wheel drive, obviously. What am I talking about? There's the drive shaft right there. Cool. Now, these vans also available, I believe, in all-wheel drive setups, though. Perhaps that's what I was thinking. Much harder to find, and usually not for commercial purposes. More of a custom-ordered personal RV type thing. But this UPS van, wow, that one looks really smart. It's got the exact proper brown color that we're all familiar with for these vehicles. And any difference from this Ford Transit van? Looking at a 2019 versus a 2015 here. Difference in grille color. That's notable, but no bumper differences. And on the back, it doesn't appear to be any differences. So different model years, just slight changes, I would think, in real life as well. So, okay, we've got a few more left. The only van I didn't buy in this series was a police livery van. I can't even remember which police was on the side of it. It doesn't probably, well, Ford Police. Ford Police, it said. Yeah, it was kind of an ambiguous police department, not a real one, I don't think. And honestly, I've just got so many police vehicles. I'm kind of inundated with the police decorations of vehicles. I much prefer the company logos and the civilian logos in some cases, just to kind of even out the collection. Here's a really cool looking blue on flat black Mopar van with the Mopar on the window. This one possibly souped up. It's got a real nice weight to them. Very, very well balanced little castings. Solid feeling. Those tires are just really good. So let's zoom in. We're having struggling with the focus here again. Zoom in on those tires and all the other details. Yeah, those are soft tires, so that is probably why they seem to roll so well. The wheels are a lot better shaped too. I'm not seeing a lot of flashing. Sometimes the flashing really messes with the tire at the factory, but you can see these wheels don't have much flashing on them at all, so that's really, really good. Just enough to hold those tires on firmly. They're not about to fall off, so quite pleased with this series so far. This one's also a really nice plain version of the van. This nice charcoal, and this is a 2017. So we've got basically 2015, 17, and a 19 of the Ram Promaster van in this series. Going for a closer look at this. Really nice. Obviously, it would be great to see some Mercedes Sprinter vans. I'm surprised that they didn't get a license for that right off the bat. But I'm sure that Mercedes will be on board when they see the quality that they're able to make and put into something as simple as a cargo van. Well, I was moving a little too quick and I missed this detail on the front of the ProMaster van. Some year-to-year changes, at least from 2015 to 2017. We went from seeing Ram to the emblem. Other than that, I haven't noticed any other differences. Now for the bonus items in this video, the Hot Pursuit Series 36. This is actually very new for the time of filming. I don't have the rest of the series, only this one car. A lot of police vehicles I already own, so really only picking up what I like, what I can afford, guys. Collect what you like. And this is a nice piece. We're going to put it right side by side with that vintage ad cars, but this is the 82 Ford Mustang. It should have an opening hood as well. Yes, it does. Good little details in there. And the Highway Patrol. Nice set of Stangs right there. Different model years completely, of course. Different grills. Options on these cars. Just showing the variety that Greenlight has to put into the models to show the year differences and equipment differences for the models. I found these in my collection. These aren't brand new, but they've been releasing these for years. Shop tool multi-packs, a variety of different shop tools, in fact. I've got 3 exclusive packs here that I'm going to be opening up. Like I said, not brand new, but pretty similar stuff. So there you see, I'm not going to hold each item. That'll just be ridiculous. But here are the 6 items. I'm going to put them out in the car show. And I've got 2 more multi-packs to look at. I'm not sure if these have a series number or how they collect. I've never really collected these things. I just kind of bought them because of the diorama. And thought those would look pretty cool. So that's what we're going to add into the mix here. I've got one already pre-opened. Surprisingly detailed. Very, very small items and very well detailed. No flashing issues or anything that I can see. This little barrel is awesome. I wish they would release this in like maybe 100 pack of these little barrels, because I would buy at least 100 of them for my diorama and just scatter them everywhere. Buying them one at a time, though, in these little sets would be, that would probably bankrupt me. They are about $10 or $15 to buy, which seems amazing given that it's just little smidges of plastic. But that's what the hobby's all about, and it's been that way for a long time, not just current year. My grandma, she's 94 right now. She used to build and collect miniatures way back in the 1960s. So just amazing how much everything costs, but you can see you've got pretty good detail on everything. Check out this gas pump. Like, incredible detail. So let's go right in. I don't think that Grandma would be able to see this unless she had like a massive magnifying lens, but it's pretty cool stuff when you've got the power of a zoom camera and a vivid imagination. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you're after any of this stuff, happy hunting.